I wanted to show you how you can capture images to use in your presentation that are legal to use. So it's easy to go out on the internet and find any old image and copy and paste it in your presentation, but when you want to make sure that you have the right to do that and that you're not using privileged copies that you shouldn't be using. So let me just show this to you. I'm in Google and I'm going to look up Cesar Chavez. There he is, he's popping up. And as most of you know, I can click here on images and I can get a whole slew of images. Some of these are Cesar Chavez, some of these are not, but I want to make sure, and like I said, make sure that it's legal to use the photographs that I use in my presentation. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to click on Tools right here and then see it popped up this little bar below it. And I'm going to check on Usage Rights. And the one that I'm going to click, because this is for a class presentation, it's not commercial. I'm not going to sell this presentation or make any money off of this image. So this is non-commercial reuse. I'm not going to modify the images. I don't really plan on doing anything like that. So I'm just going to pick this last one, label for non-commercial reuse. It narrows my images some, and as you can see, some of these images are the correct person and some of these are not the correct person. But one other thing I want to pay attention to as I look at this is the size of the file to make sure that it's going to look nice when it's blown up really big on a projector. So when I scroll over it, see the bottom left-hand corner there, 1024 by 928, that's a pretty decent size file. That works. 1024 by 683, that's still good. That's even better. 800 by 480 here. That's starting to get a little lower resolution. It's starting to drop a little lower, and it may look fine on my screen right here and now, but when it's blown up 10 or 20 times this size, I don't know that it's going to look quite as good. So find an image that you like, but also find one that's decent resolution. I usually like to go visit the page itself to know where I'm getting it from. And then this one is coming from Flickr, so I can actually download it directly from Flickr. So I can find an image I want to use, and I can right-click that image and say Save Image As. I don't want to save the link, I want the actual image. Save Image As, save it to my desktop somewhere where I can find it again. Or I can right-click it and say Copy Image, and then paste it into my PowerPoint presentation. So that's how you make sure that you are getting fair usage images for your presentations. Thanks.